Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today we are going to do something a little bit different in that we're going to use a discontinued palette that I'm really hopeful will come back at some stage from a company that was discontinued itself and is looking at coming back. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go see who we're talking about. You've seen the thumbnail, so we already know that we're talking about Tati Westbrook and Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1. Tati Westbrook is one of the OG beauty influencers, has been around for a long time, was considered one of the most trusted voices, created her own beauty brand, and then things went a little bit pear-shaped in that she got involved in a couple of controversies. Jeffree Star, James Charles, there was a lot of cancellation. There was what was in the community called Dramageddon 2 and 3. I'm not going to go into it, whether you believe in cancel culture or not, and what goes behind that is entirely up to you. However, Tati had started she had Halo Beauty, which was a supplements range, and then it started Tati Beauty and had released a couple of products. One was a face puff, which I never got, but the other, I was awake at 2 AM to get this, was Textured Neutrals Volume 1. This is it. Mine is looking a bit battered. So, very large mirror, but this when it came out was actually considered quite innovative in that not many people were doing these monochromatic rows, these monochromatic stories in eyeshadows. It was a lot more chaotic with colours all over the place, and Tati really was one of the first ones to bring out a colour story that was monochromatic in different finishes. Now, I mean, look at it, she's beaten up. I don't know if it's picking up all the dirt and dust and glitter everywhere. Now it's much more commonplace, so many of them, and I mean, I'll just grab this one here that is in front of me, for example, Blend Bunny. I mean, that's a given, that's what we expect to see, but they weren't doing that before Tati. So she bought out this and then got involved in, completely disappeared off social media for 12 months, went into hiding, went into litigation and shut down Tati Beauty. People were devastated that this was no longer available, and that it was a one-off. This I haven't actually touched since it happened because I've considered it an archival piece, to be quite honest. I am hopeful though that now she's announced that she can bring back Tati Beauty, that we'll be looking at something like this and future releases. So I thought I might start pulling out palettes that have been discontinued or brands that have been discontinued. I've got a few, not a huge amount, and create looks with them, because you might have them in the back of your cupboard, and if you don't, you might think about it if it gets re-released, or it might give you an idea of a colour story that you like. So I need to put on my glasses for a second. So what she did was have the 6 colorways, which is Memory was black, Ritual was these deep browns, Stay was this terracotta, Soothe was this really nice camel story, Aura, we're looking at this very light skin tony story, and then Poet was this burgundy, and she had it in 4 different finishes. So we had a matte finish, a sequin finish, so true matte, sequin, which is, and I don't know if this will pick up, but you can see it's got, hold on, let's focus on my finger. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it. You can see it in these ones here. Then we have metallic and a glitter. And that was when glitter was still really big. Not so much now, but people lost their minds over this glitter. It was a glitter, and mine's drying out now, so the quality of it is nowhere near what it was. But this glitter was one that you didn't need a primer for, and it would transfer directly onto your lids. As I've said, mine is drying out. I could probably dig down. It's a few years old now. The quality of that is not going to be great. But let's get to it. So the whole premise behind this was that you could do a monochromatic look just going down each of these rows, or they were designed that you could build along this way, or that you could go this way. So she'd set it, there was a lot of thought behind it, so utilizing anyway. So if you were only comfortable with 3 rows, you could do this. If you were really happy to use 4 rows, you could go up and down here. Again, they were designed to just follow and see where you go. So with that being said, where will we play today? So I'm going to start off with, in Aura, it's a matte, that's what we want. We'll start in our crease with this. And obviously it's super light. It's just essentially, you know, the drill. We're setting down. We're just creating a base for everything to go on top of. Super easy. So now I'm actually going to go into Soothe, and this is where we will start. And I'm using that in the transition, and we'll build around it. Could do a monochromatic, but I think we'll play around a bit with the colours. I loved this. I was so excited when it came. So we all have people that we like to follow on socials for a reason. I started following Tati when my back, those of you that know, I had back issues. When my back went bad and I was really, really struggling with pain, was when I discovered Tati. I hadn't been following her for years. Tati reignited my love of makeup, and I certainly wouldn't be doing this today had I not discovered her, which then led to me really watching a lot of other YouTube videos. But I went through a huge back catalogue that she has. She's been going probably 15 years. A huge back catalogue, and just to distract myself from the pain. So do I think that I would have got through it without watching her? I honestly, it sounds dramatic, but I honestly don't know. The pain was bad. Just cleaning off my brush and going back into Aura again, just on the edges there. So yeah, it really was a big saver for me. Okay, going in now with, I think we'll go in with a sequin in Stay, which is this terracotta orange colour. I'm just tucking there. It's still really, really pigmented. Look at that. More than enough there. To the point that I'm going to clean off my brush and start to work that around in that area. That's given it a bit of warmth. So yes, as I said, I used to watch her videos all the time. Was everything that happened in this drama, whole Dramageddon incident, a bit of an issue? Yeah, it was. But she then came back, going back into just this second shade again, just right on the edge there. Flip that over because I've got it on both sides. But if you follow her for a long time, she was a very trusted voice. I did find that she then became a bit too commercialised, which, you know, freedom of choice, but sometimes things didn't feel, I think she went too luxury, too high-end, too much filler. Not my area to judge. So I then started moving on to looking at others, as we can tend to do. And we all grow. Some of you will watch me for a long, long time. Others of you will abandon me like a little orphan child on the side of the road. But that's okay. Right, now, what do we want to do in that outer corner? We might just go into Ritual. And I just want to deepen up that. As you can see, this is really warm. So she did plan on bringing out, she had another palette in development which was more sort of a pastel-y look, which would have come out before all the pastel palettes started coming out. There's hope that she will bring this back, even though it's a bit dated now. There is hope she'll bring this back or relaunch with an update and bring a cool neutrals out as well. I mean, you know, this is well and truly expired, past its use date, and she's still performing. Don't throw your palettes out, people, unless they're growing things, if they sting your eyes, if they stink, or if you can really tell the performance is not there. This performance is still really there. Now, because I'm wanting to play in a heap, I'm trying to skip around this as much as I can. I am going to go in, and you wouldn't think that this would match up, but I'm going to go in to the Poet Row in the metallic. But it's all very sunsetty, because look at that. And doing the same on the other side. Now, I'm playing in a lot of colours. You don't have to, you can keep it simple. Once I start though, when I'm trying to jump around and show you things, I just can't stop. I'm just going to use a light eyeliner on my waterline at the moment. Now, I'm not using these today, but I do just want to show you the Memory, which was the blacks. You can get the most ridiculous black smoky eye. That is so intense. Then you've got, I mean, look at them, the tonality on that. That is gorgeous. Okay, so under the eye, I'm going in with the matte in Ritual and just lining it. So as I said, I'm not using Memory just because she's so black. I could do, but that would then take it to a whole nother level, and I don't think we need to. Now, to smoke that out, I am actually going to go in with, that tap between the two of Ritual. This could be a mistake. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time. But let's just warm up underneath here a little. I'm going in very gingerly, and I will clean off this brush in a second. So we've got some intensity happening there. Clean brush into Aura, tap it off, and away we go. Now we're really working into it. See how that's just softened slightly from that now? So don't be afraid, because I've just pulled that back. See how intense that is there? And then here we've just pulled it back to a softer, more diffused look. And it's done it immediately on this side as well. Easy peasy. Now on the inner corner, first off I'm going in with Aura, and I'm just going to lighten that up. And blend into there. And then going in with the metallic. And that is a simple, really easy, gorgeous look. Now, can I? You know what? This is going to be a mistake, but let's do it. My favourite glitter was this one because it was dimensional. But with what we've got on the top of the lid, we will go in with the Poet. As I said, this is not the same quality that it was, but you would think I'd still love adding a lot of glitter, wouldn't you, from what you have seen? I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's glitter. I tend to avoid them now. 6 years ago, I would have been slamming these on left, right and centre. I avoid them because it's messy, and these don't have the hold that they used to. In the past, you did not need to add glitter glue to it. This has got a lot of fallout happening right now. So that's fun, but that's okay. And for shits and giggles, let's just do it. Going into Memory, which is the black, and just blending a little bit on the outer corner. It is too much. If your name is Lola and you are a showgirl, you may like this, but there is, let's just very gently flick any glitter we've got happening on our face off, which we have done. I am just going to go and set down my face and put some mascara on, and I'll be right back. Okay, that is it. That is the finished look. I mean, if you ever worry about putting stuff on your eyelids, whether it be glitter, whether you have gone really, really hard with your eyeshadow, good lashings of mascara will help. If you want something, you just need something that is thickening your lashes, and it absolutely will detract from it being intense. It'll soften what is on your eyes. L'Oreal Lash Paradise is the best one when I've gone hard on anything, but this is it. I still love this palette. Would I dip into the glitters that are on here? Because of the texture of them now, it is hard, because I know there will be fallout. You really need to now use a glitter glue, which you can get from NYX, I think it is, that makes them. I've got one back there. There's glitter on my nose. Excluding the glitter line, I love it for all the others, and would use them. That being said, I mean, again, her name is Lola. She was a showgirl. And the more I'm looking at the glitter on my eye, the more I'm going, maybe I will go back to 2016, 17 and dance in the disco lights with this on. Is it going to make an absolute mess after when I try to take it off? You bet your ass it is. But, I mean, come on. Tati. Tati, Tati, Tati. Let's hope that she brings out an updated version of this, or starts releasing new products. I'm really excited to see this brand come back, because I think that it had huge amount of potential to be like another Huda Beauty. For those of you that don't know, Huda was another one of the OG influencers. She started by cutting lashes, buying cheap lashes, cutting them and making individual lashes, and it grew from there into this billion-dollar industry. Do I think Tati could do this if her products are similar to this, and she stays on this sort of route and it doesn't become a money grab. 100% I do. And I don't think it will be a money grab for her. I know that they will not take investors. It'll be slower releases on things because it'll be 100% owned by herself and her husband James. This little baby is staying exactly where she should in my collection. I have ones that, as I said, this became an archival piece, and I have certain palettes that I will never ever get rid of for that exact reason. This is one of them. This is it. Let's look. Hopefully over the next few weeks. I think the next one that I do may very well be a Marc Jacobs one. Another brand that makes me cry. Yeah. What have you got in the back of your makeup collection that is a palette that is no longer available that you wish really was? Please let me know down in the description. I really want to know to see if I've got it, if it's something that I'm going to have FOMO for because I missed out on it. Until next time, my friends, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends, come along, hang out, subscribe, sound off down below. Don't forget, it is down there. It's telling you. Click on it, subscribe. Until next time, my loves, take care. Bye.